guys, Sykes here. In this video, I'm bringing you guys the first episode of a new series I'm trying to start up on this channel. It's going to be a rebuilding series of Texas Tech. The reason I chose Texas Tech is because, there's a lot of... Texas Tech is one of those schools that, first off, it kind of fit the conference I wanted to be in. Plus, the teams in that conference fit the series I was trying to make, and I'll go more into detail about what I'm talking about later in the video, but for now, another big reason that I wanted to choose them is because they have Texas. Texas is in their conference, and Texas in their state, and Texas gets a lot of hype because Texas is a very good football team. And Texas Tech has really never gotten that recognition because they've never really been they've never been, like eye-popping, amazing like Texas has. So my goal here is not only to rebuild Texas Tech, but to, make them look like they're better than their rival team Texas. Because I wanna see Texas Tech just kind of make things happen. So pretty much what I'm going with there. So there's not much to talk about in creation videos. Actually, let's just talk about what I was going to talk about. Let's see. There's a lot of good games actually going on in football this week. For all who don't know, I am a USC fan, so I'm going to be talking about the USC game more than often. So, first off, USC is playing UCLA this week. That's a really important game for me because I live in Southern California. In Southern California, there's two types of football fans. There's USC fans and there's UCLA fans. It's a constant battle down here to prove that USC is better than UCLA. And for UCLA fans, they're constantly battling to show that they're better than USC. So every time they play each other, it's just a real important time for everyone, really, because everybody wants to see who's better, USC or UCLA. Especially down here, like I said, where I live, it's a very important thing to see. Everybody's going to tune into that game in my area. So that's kind of one of those cool rivalries we have going down in SoCal. So that's like the main game I'm going to be watching. But while we're talking about USC football, they did beat Stanford a few weeks ago, and that was just awesome. Because I was talking to my friend, big football guy, and I was like, I asked him prior to that game, maybe a week before that game ever happened, so the game before that, I asked him if he thinks USC is going to be ranked again this season. He said no. Okay, well, I guess nobody could expect that we would beat Stanford, but what do you know? With just one good game, and USC's flipped the switch on. They're ranked 23 now, and so that's really good for me more, because I'm a USC fan. It's good to see them do good. But that's besides the point. Some other good games that are going on. There's Florida State versus Florida. Another game that's just like, they're pretty much like what are those called? I don't know, but they're interstate battles. Those are always very competitive. So I'm excited to see who plays hard in this game. It's gonna be interesting. Another game that's going on that's interstate is Georgia versus Georgia Tech. And both of them have the same record, so you can't actually assume who. Actually, I guess you could assume who do you think should win that game. Well, I'll leave that for you guys to decide. Another game that's going to be interstate is Arizona versus Arizona State. So a lot of interstate games this week. So it's going to be a real probably a lot of good games this week because players tend to play a lot harder when they're playing against rivals. So with so many games going on like that, I think we're in to see a very fun weekend of football. So um, yeah, it's just waiting to see. But anyways, besides that, another good game is Texas A&M versus Missouri. Texas A&M's been dropping off the boards quickly. Uh, to be honest, um, it has to be dropping Mansfield's draft stock. I honestly can't see Mansfield as the first pick anymore. I mean, I don't mean to be hostile, really, but just by looking at how Mansfield's doing and how quickly it seems, how bad it seems doing, honestly. Ranked 21 is really not that great. Because USC's ranked 23, and I'm not too proud of it, so what do you think? Anyone that's saying I'm a hypocrite, but nah. So 23 is really not that great, or I mean 21's not that great. So so I don't see how he can be. I still consider the number one pick, honestly, because he has so many other guys you can go with. Like, well, this is all depending on whether he enters draft year one. But outside of him, you guys still get Teddy Bridgewater, um, Marcus Mariota. I mean, there's so many guys you can go to. But the good thing about such a heavy draft class is that it just leaves you entertained because there's so many. You could be a fan of a bad team, and you know that after this year, that team's not going to be bad anymore because they're going to get. They might not be bad anymore. They could get a all-star player. It also brings that heavy risk of bust, and that's always fun to see. But yeah, just things I'm excited about. There's a heavy draft class in the NFL this year, and there's also a heavy draft class in the NBA this year. So I'm excited to see so many teams. It's weird to think that in 3 years there's probably going to be teams that are going to be talked about that nowadays we never hear about. Teams like the Bobcats might actually be good. Bobcats could get guys like Jabari Parker and Andrew Wiggins. But I don't want to talk about basketball in my football videos. We'll leave that until I get NBA for PS4. But you guys will hear about that in about a month. So, anyways, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. The next video will bring our first game, so hopefully it won't be as boring. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.